The big question now on everyone's mind is what is going to be that jungle pick here for Oner.
Yeah, plenty of things still up and available, but it doesn't feel like a very good Sejuani angle. There's not even a support that does melee damage, so...
Doesn't feel amazing with this composition, but can be great for package. The Rek'Sai, not really a shocker. You know, we had our eyes on that one this entire time here in draft. It is going to be left through, and Doran will pilot her here into the Twisted Fate.
Now to get the Manson. Let's hop onto the Rift.
You know, just one lane and then didn't do a whole lot, but it didn't matter. And I think that he will have to do a little bit more than that this game around if he wants to set up for the Senna. Becomes a very difficult target to kill. Feels really amazing as Oner to be able to get that away early and now to come over here, start putting the pressure onto Peanut. Early on, obviously, the Rek'Sai can't win the matchup into Twisted Fate, so...
Oner able to steal that one away from Peanut as well.
And, you know, they have tons of control now. They got the flash out of Zekka's. Meanwhile...
Yeah, playback onto Viper. He's taking a lot of damage. Lantern going to be taken, and that's going to spell the flash out from Viper. Does manage to snare Carrier, but the hook is going to connect. Delight is able to buffer the dredge line for Hanwha Life Esports. Like you were talking about, I think Hanwha probably wanting to get down there and start stacking these before they have to worry about packages. And as we say that, Peanut, Viper, and Delight will start this one off.
You know, on this patch still, you can just contest objectives like this if Peanut has no idea.
Yeah, Viper's moving up. Carrier in the area as well. Oner, I think, still unseen as Peanut will now walk into the brush and figure it out. Peanut does manage to get the smite, which is pretty impressive against Darrell.
Just constantly putting the pressure on.
Speaking of which, Peanut is now going to find Oner, gets a full combo here as Oner is just trying to get himself out. Emperor's Divide, and they push the Rel away. The crashdown is going to come through as Shattering Strike is a fair bit of value, but it's not going to get out of the Void Rush. That is first blood going over to the Rek'Sai.
Yeah, it looks like he just scared that perhaps a flash would come out there, so just uses the ultimate to guarantee the kill.
We'll see whether that is going to be the same thing as Doran is in trouble. Ladies and gentlemen, let's see whether he can get himself out of this one. Teleport is going to come on through as he's trying his best. Dives on top of Carrier here as now Faker taking a lot of damage from this turret. Super Mega Death Rocket connects onto Zekka, but I think that Hanwha Life Esports have kept themselves alive there towards the top side. See where the Gumyushi.
And the defense there at the dive top side was pretty successful. Zekka did not have his ult. He does now.
Faker, no package available here as Peanut does slow Faker down. Oner is going to be here. Flash out from Faker, but there's the audacious charge from Peanut. They get the knockoff, and Faker is going to be taken down, and Emperor's Divide immediately follows. Oner this time is going to be able to flash, and will take the Lantern away to safety, but still 2 kills for Hanwha Life Esports to hop in a tunnel and get himself out. Hanwha Life will be able to take the prize of a Drake unless Oner is able to do something about it. They do get a bit of information as he gets on over. There's going to be the steal, but it might be a sacrifice of his life as well. Magnus Storm comes in and he takes the Lantern! And Carrier is going to save his jungler.
And T1 are just so good at this, man. You know, you see the observers pan over towards Oner on the wall. He's got his Hex Splash. Carrier's got Lantern. They had Super Mega Death Rocket. Not going to be pushing this one down very quickly as Zekka does have ult Flash.
Yeah, he does. And he also has Viper coming down here towards this bottom side as Emperor's Divide is going to be avoided. Oner was tanking up the turret for such a long time, though, and is just going to fall down. Viper just great positioning here. Gumyushi Carrier just a little bit late to the party.
Oner, a bit of a miss on this one.
Well, Super Mega Death Rocket, can he get Flash there? As that is a lot of respect given. And now Destiny coming on through. Zeus will find the gold card, and that is a very comfortable kill. Snare should be able to keep Viper safe, but that is still so much damage done, and the acceleration
very low. And T1 are just saying, well, we have a much longer push. We have 5 Void Grubs.
Yeah, and that is going to be a death sentence onto Doran as well, who is going to get flayed back. Viper will find his way back here, and they should be able to keep this turret alive, but it is not exactly very healthy.
No, definitely not. Neither the mid turret that does survive here or that inner there on the bottom side.
Gonna throw it at a Drake for the moment. Now Carrier moving on in. Hook going to connect onto Doran. Not exactly an optimal target, but he's going to be denied the burrow. Does have to Blast Cone to get himself out of the way here. Let's see whether Oner is just going to be able to utilize the Rel to lock this one down. It is going to be secured, but can they win the team fight? Hook going to connect onto Peanut as Faker delivers a package to the backline. Viper shields himself up though, has to flash over the package to avoid the damage. Hook is going to be there under Peanut though, and he should go down. Emperor's Divide lands on almost everyone, and there goes the Jinx, but Viper falls immediately afterwards, and now the damage is just Zekka. Zeus zones in on it, and that will be the lockdown of the Emperor. And there is the damage gone. No one else able to offer anything back. And Delight, yeah, he's tanky. He lasts a little bit longer, but he will still be going down. And T1 wiped the fight.
They're going to clear this vision, but starting the Baron, I mean, T1 definitely will just contest here. This is a pretty interesting call from HLE, considering this is a Senna early on.
Fate can't actually make his way up here, so HarmoLife Esports are just saying, we have 5, you have 4, and at the moment it is 3. Hook going to connect as Ona's Magnustorm is fantastic. He's lasting for so incredibly long and gets his way out as well, but still Doran able to lock that one down. Zeus is now in the front line. This is dangerous, but the Jinx is now going to get excited. That is the second kill as the front line has been wiped out. And now Doran, the last one remaining with any kind of health bar, and HarmoLife Esports going to have to get out of there. They are going to press it now. They're going to see that the Baron is down to 50%. Of course, if Ona gets into the pit, it's not even a 50-50 as they take down the tunnel. There's the hook. They're going to go for the re-engage. They find the knockup, but he's just so incredibly tanky. Gumayusi going to get jumped on here as Doran going to try to take him down, and they are going to be able to do so. There is 2 kills to start this one off, and finally, HarmoLife Esports have found a team fight. They'll get the knockup. Empress Divide onto both damage dealers. Still, it's a double kill for Faker, but it shouldn't be a one fight here for T1 as Doran, Zekker, and Peanut are just going to try and take him down. There's the knockup. Wind becomes lightning indeed, and there is the takedown. Package's not there. Destiny has been popped here, so Hanwha, their positioning 100% known, and there is the Drake. They're going to start the fight as well as Ona is going to have to crash his way down and out of there. Super Mega Death Rocket this time not going to work out as the tunnel out from Doran. He is still at full health. He can play that front line if they would like him to. And he's just tunneling around, does manage to eat a gold card for that one, as now T1 with positional advantage in mid lane.
For this next fight, he's prepped his big rocket as well. This could be a game-deciding fight.
Yeah, T1 already starting this one up as Delight in position. Flame Chompers go down. Hook going to go wide there as Zekker now finally going to join the fight. The hook is going to connect. That's onto a flashless Twisted Fate as well. Still, he's able to kite this one out. The flash forward from Peanut, and Doran's able to lock that one down. But now the package is absolutely gigantic. Still, Doran just shrugs it off. They are able to take down Peanut, but Emperor's Divide connects. And that is the wipeout for HarmoLife. They are looking to try and end this game.
9,600 in damage for Faker on the Corki. The package is big, but it's not big enough. And it looks like it might be the end of his winning streak here on said champion as HarmoLife with a huge team fight win here, and Doran so consistently guaranteeing these kills onto Guma, even with the lanterns, even when the Jinx is over the wall. With that turn from Faker, it is not enough.
Oh my god, the intensity of this game, but still, HarmoLife now knocking on the front door of T1. These death timers are not exactly the longest, but the Nexus turrets are going down. Still Ona standing his ground, trying to take control. They'll take both Nexus turrets, but they're not able to end the game. And now, Destiny has been procced. Teleport to come in here as Delight is in a lot of trouble at this point. He is going to be sacrificed. And now Faker's teleported over. Is this the count to win now for T1 as the gold card is going to connect? Doran is not able to get out of this one. And that's Faker locking that one down. Remember, guys, the Baron is still up towards that exposed inhibitor, but there are still inner turrets in top and bot lane. And with the Baron, I don't think that HarmoLife Esports are going to be getting anywhere near that Nexus at any point in time. Control ward put down as well, just to make sure there aren't any cheeky wards for the teleport. Still, Zekker and Doran don't have theirs up and available. As with 5 members of HarmoLife Esports here, it is very difficult to defend. And now Magnustorm is going to get that engage on through. Peanut taking so much damage now, able to use Ona to try and taxi out, but the double knockup is fantastic from Doran. They take down the Thresh and the Rel, and now Gumayusi is exposed. He's going to get snared, and now the game is finally over. HarmoLife Esports, it looked dicey after that push. Failed, but this time around, the Nexus will go down. And on the red side,
so long since he's taken it out, but HarmoLife will break the streak.
And look at the damage numbers. It doesn't look like the winning team was the winning team as far as this graph is concerned. And you can see that is kind of mirrored in the gold as well.
Senna route where you just punt a minion at the Zeri, lock her down.
That was the old G2 special, if I remember correctly. There is the Jax that you were talking about.
Yeah, just going to be the Jax here for Doran, and
looking at that top side, see whether that Jax can actually find some value against the Twisted Fate. Let's dive under the rift for game 2.
Khan picked it like once or twice, I remember.
Yeah, he was a lumberjack enjoyer.
He played a lot of Train Sound as well, but he would occasionally do lumberjack for you. I could feel it was definitely a shout out to Atlas moment.
Thanks.
This is definitely going to be a comp that can run into issues here. As once again, Owner's going to put the pressure onto Peanut here on red buff.
Yeah, he is going to interrupt the resonating strike quite nicely there is Peanut, but still going to lose out on this trade pretty hectically. And the red buff going to lose interest. You can see Owner now moving on over, and Peanut will be able to sweep out the fact that the Lee Sin is still in the area, but I don't think Peanut's going to be able to do too much about it.
Doran went fleet footwork again here on this Jax.
Delight is just not... He's playing River Nautilus at this point. Owner going to start off the Bubs. I'm pretty sure Delight knows what's going on. Peanut is going to dive out as the hook comes out of nowhere. Thanks for that one, Jonah Strong, for the jump scare as they do find the permafrost onto Owner. The flashes come forward, and there is first blood going to the Sejuani. The punishment and the long con by Delight. Here towards the top side of the map, 50% health. And now Zeus is potentially in trouble. Finds a gold card onto Peanut, who will throw out the ulti and eventually flashes his way out. Still, Owner is able to lock down the kill. Now Doran, he's going to get taken down as well. The gold card is going to connect, and he's not going to be able to get the follow-up. And T1, they punish hard. As Doran is here on this top side, doesn't have his teleport available. The Twisted Fate still on top side of the map as well. As Owner going to safeguard his way in, and he's just going to steal it away. It's highway robbery from this Lee Sin. He's even able to interrupt Peanut, who does get the permafrost. Viper now looking for an opportunity, but the kickback is too good. Emperor's Divide also fantastic, and the burst fire is there. Carrier going to get taken down into his zombie form, and he's going to find no value. And Wolf, are we certifying it?
I'm going to certify it. I've got my stamp out right here and just slamming it down on the table. And this is exactly what I'm talking about with this composition for Hanwha Life.
There's a lot of people here in this top lane. Sorry to interrupt.
No, it's all right.
We're going to see whether Peanut can actually try and get some sort of gank working as in goes Doran, finds a counter-strike onto 2. Q connects here, but the dredge line, the depth charge, absolutely fantastic here from Delight. Still, there is the package delivered right underneath the turret. No one's gone down just yet, though. Another hook is going to connect as they're trying to juggle, and there is the kill going over to Delight.
Zekka's coming up.
Yeah, this is starting to get scary. These health bars are relatively low, but Zekka is kind of here by himself.
And he doesn't have ult.
Yeah, it's not exactly a kill opportunity.
On Hanwha Life's side, and I think opting into this and losing another fight into this area is just opting into losing this second game.
Yeah, Owner is on vision, remember, as Zekka is just going to deliver him to the rest of Hanwha Life, and Viper is now on a killing spree. It's a disaster for T1.
Yeah, that's a third kill for the Zeri, and that means no Dragon contest here whatsoever.
As Viper tanks a casual turret shot. Delight now looking to come on over. There are a lot of people towards the top side of the map, as you can see.
Zekka has teleport, so if they want to continue to push this, they're going to have to be very cautious of this. He can both get this outer turret bottom side and make an impact here top side. There's that TP.
Yeah, and now the flash forward from Delight. He'll find the depth charge onto Gumayusi, and this center is in a lot of trouble. Zekka going to fly on over, does find the Arise, and then the Sand Soldiers will finish the job. Doran actually getting the kill, kind of big here as well. Could we be looking at exactly what I was saying before, where it's T1 falling down 0-2, as this might mean no, as Dawning Shadow is going to fly on over as well, and there goes the Azir. And now Doran, that is an unfortunate teleport, if ever I've seen one, as Carrier with a celebratory faceplant.
Doran's teleport and his flash as well, but...
Okay, Hook is going to connect here as there's the ulti out from Viper. Faker now in a whole lot of trouble as the Piercing Darkness comes in, but the flash forward from Viper says no. And now the Mega Cone from Gumayusi. Still Viper able to get these burst fires over, just dashes over the wall. There's the Extendo Beam, but good sidestep from Gumayusi. Still, that's going to put some fear in him. On top of Jax, who does a decent amount as well. They'll start this one up. It is dangerous, and full vision was given over to T1. Of course, you can still press that Destiny button if you would like to. And so there they go. Hanwha have already backed away from this one. There's the kick forward. Good Arctic Assault there, but Doran still going down so incredibly low. Delight also having to flash away as there's a flash Emperor's Divide, but it's whipped entirely from Zekka, and T1 will punish immediately. Now Viper still trying to get damage down, able to buffer that gold card nicely, but now with a man advantage, T1, they might just move over to the Baron themselves.
Oh man, Zeka's going to be feeling that one tomorrow. He better stay off the internet for a little while, as that was such a cool idea. But the rest of his team was clearly backing out. He goes for it anyways. Now, Hollow Life, they're not just going to go quietly into that good night. They've got to fed Zeri.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to contest.
These extendo beams are scary. There is the hook in, but he's not as tanky as he was last game. And Delight will just immediately get punished.
Peanut has flash.
Yeah, they want to try and get on in here. Doran's at full health now as Viper has pressed that ultimate button. This is kind of a Zeri fight, and he's going to take out Zeus first. Into the pit they go, but the Baron is still going to go over to T1. So still their advantage, and Zeka will teleport in, but it's a bit too late.
And he may just simply opt into the fights they know they have guaranteed prio on to avoid getting packaged whatsoever.
Whoa, there's another flash forward here as Emperor's Divide is going to be used just to get Zeus out of here. The ulti comes through from Viper. He does do a lot of damage, but T1, the Phalanx has been put together, and there goes Zeka once again. Oh, feels like Zeka, that play from earlier on. A little bit of a gank attempt there from T1. 44 seconds prior to this Baron.
Ooh,
Peanut could be in trouble. The smite to break the shield does manage to find the ulti, and boom goes the dynamite. 6-0 now for Viper, and HaMaLife Esports, they can have control of the river.
How do you like that blast cone, Valdez? Good zoning smash there from Keria, but they're losing control quickly as Viper is level 16.
Yeah, package is going to be delivered just to Peanut here, as it was probably wearing off, and now Delight going to answer with that depth charge. The flash over from Viper, the assassin Zeri, and Oner is going to kick him away, but it's not going to be anything that's actually able to help out here, as now Keria taking damage. Oner will be taken down. There goes the jungler, and T1 are falling apart. Somehow that Glacial Prison connects onto Keria, and now 5 versus 3. HaMaLife Esports will start off the Baron. Another hook is going to connect on Zeus, and Zeka is going to make up for that ultimate from earlier. Peanut finds the Arctic Assault flash, and Zeus will be taken down. His opposite number picking up the double, and there's the Baron for HaMaLife.
Keria, very tanky. See if he can get his way out of this one.
Yeah, Portal combat here on the top side of the map. Doran is going to break that vow, and Keria's running the wrong direction. He is likely going to die here.
His ult is coming up.
Will almost be the ace, but it's not actually going to be the way, as now we're going to check this one out one more time.
This is how it all starts.
On a ward, man. On a ward.
On a ward. This is how it all starts off. Peanut comes over here, flies across, and they get the zap for the kill there.
It was absolutely fantastic. You can see here by the damage dealt that playing around Viper is their bread and butter. They're going to look for the engage onto Keria. He's very tanky, but his turret is now missing. He's now going to look for a desperation engage, and it should not work out here as he's going to be going down into zombie form. Surely he is. Never mind, he's not. He's just incredibly tanky. The hook, the kick, it's going to work out here, but the disengage has to come through, and HaMaLife Esports, yeah, I mean, they managed to avoid. Viper hit 18 before Doran did. Yeah. It's kind of ridiculous. He is highest level in the game as Delight is going to find Zeus. In goes Doran as well, and they will be able to lock him down. Gumayusi, he just pops like a balloon, but still, Delight taking a lot of damage. The package delivered. Oner looks for the opportunity. Emperor's Divide avoided, but he can't avoid the prison. And now Faker has to flash away. He does manage to take down the Jax. The extender beam avoided as well, but he's still moving the wrong direction. I don't think it's going to be enough to save them. It's only 3 kills, and Faker might be able to keep himself alive, but Peanut is going to come on over. He flashes. He doesn't manage to lock him down. As you mentioned, the teleport out.
The flash for Faker, the flash for anyone but Keria.
Yeah.
And HaMaLife Esports just put Doran in the top lane, continue to push this, and they say checkmate.
Yeah, well, there's the control ward. It goes down. Zeus is going to get knocked up, and there is nothing he could do about it. Viper, 9-0-4. On the Zeri. He has gone from problem to disaster for T1, and HaMaLife Esports are going to head towards this Baron pit and look to try and push for the final time.
If you're a believer in the butterfly effect, if you're a believer in dominoes falling over, it all started on that poor dragon take from T1 where Oner got the smite steal, but Zeri got 2 kills. And
you certified it, Wolf, and once that certification goes through, it is very difficult to take it away.
And I don't want to take anything away from Delight either, because I feel like this was his game. He ruled the Rift and set up Viper in so many ways, set up Doran in so many ways, and now the Baron is going to be the siege to end here. I see no world in which T1 defend this.
And look at how quickly everything goes down. Viper with 6 items is no joke. Doran going to help take down this inhibitor turret as well. He's a damage threat on top of it all. And inhibs all just going to be removed. It is textbook play here from Hanwha Life Esports. And T1, their map has all of a sudden gotten extraordinarily small.
Zhonya's for Zeka, Zhonya's for Doran. There's no way to mess this up if you play it carefully, and Hanwha are.
Yeah, they're doing the very best. Keria has a gigantic health bar, but he just can't really do anything else to stop Hanwha Life Esports from getting on in here, making things happen. Guardian Angel done for Viper, so they're going to have to kill him twice in this fight if they are actually going to be able to hold on to this game. But you can see there are multiple siege minions still bearing down on the base, and now Doran goes in. He finds the counter-strike onto Zeus, and now Zeka gets in there! The explosion of damage is now they're in range of Viper, and that means that it's Hanwha Life Esports in range of winning the series with match point now available.
On the Zeri.
That's 1,000 DPM, almost exactly. On this Zeri, he was funneled all of the money. Like, Hanwha Life Esports, they had this clear plan. Fantastic on it, and does mean that T1 have really pivoted away from what have been late game drafts to far more mid game focus. This really does feel like their bread and butter because they've been so good at snowballing leads as Doran
with this late game Aatrox, so a little bit concerned here for T1 once again.
Well, we'll just have to see how it goes as, ladies and gentlemen, we're on the Rift for game number 3.
And I don't think it's going to necessarily be that kind of knife's edge. We're looking at like 9 kills to 9 kills, 26 minutes, anything can happen kind of game, but I do think this style of gameplay is exactly where T1 are most comfortable, and that's why we were kind of hoping for a draft like this from them here in this third game. Glad to see they delivered. A little bit of a mini game down there, as this win rate, you know, we've seen this go both ways. It's been discussed a lot. I personally really like the Ahri into the Taliyah, but doesn't always work out with the rocks on the ground.
Ow! Viper taking so much damage here. As you can see, Gumayusi with the Hail of Blades, probably going to be the more lethality-based version, so very deadly in the early stages of the game, as now Peanut has been found by Oner. Does do a fair bit of work, but you can see Peanut looking for a little bit of a turnaround. When Becomes Lightning does come in, as Zeka will have the inside track here on this particular battle. Blastcone comes on over, there's the flash forward, and Oner locks down First Blood. Immediately it is answered, and somehow it's in fact Peanut that locks down the kill. And there is First Blood, but an assist going over to Hanwha Life Esports, so the gold is dead even.
Yeah, I guess.
See here, Keria is hit by a rain of arrows, and I was just checking to see if Summoner Spells is okay. Peanut's coming on over. There's the flash forward as Keria does so much damage. Peanut's burning down! It's a 1-for-1 once again, but I don't think Peanut was expecting to die so instantly.
Didn't have flash from the previous play, that replay we just watched.
The Siege Minion, unfortunately, not going to be collected here by Viper as Oner walks over a ward. But still, T1, even though it's not going to be a successful gank with a kill or anything like that, should still be a lot of zoning being done. Plate will go down as now Zeka is going to try and mitigate it as the flick back onto Keria, who doesn't have his flash. The hook gets in the way of the minions, though. And Zeka, he has to flash to get himself out of dodge. A dangerous situation as Faker is clearing out vision here as well. He is very dangerous with Spirit Rush available. There is an equalizer, and Zeka, he's down to 100 now underneath this turret. This is so dangerous. As now Keria looks to come in. He is definitely... Never mind! The Fate's Call comes on down. Viper is burning, and Keria is able to lock that one down. Zeka was free food there under the turret, and that's going to be lapped up by Faker. And finally, they get a kill advantage.
Yeah, T1 with a huge swing of gold here after this play. And, I mean, the key of all of this is the Weaver's Wall just stops a little bit too short. Is Oner?
Yeah, there's another hook. It's going to connect there. They don't have a lot of damage.
No, he should be fine. He's got...
That's 100% true. Is now Gumayusi going to help out with these Ren stacks, as Oner should be able to deal with this. Is now Peanut going to get dove on, has to flash, get out of the way of the Rumble as soon as that first harpoon lands, especially with the fact that he has
Weaver's Wall, or if he's able to get there a little bit faster, maybe they make something of it as Viper.
Yep, he's going to have to walk down the red carpet. There's a flash in, as once again they've got Fate's Call, and so he can freely do this. The hook is going to go wide as Oner is once again back, and the leap strike will lock down the kill. And now Delight is trying to grab one back. Will be able to do so as Keria will help grab some plate gold. Weaver's Wall going to come in as well as Zeka. He came from the other direction. That's absolutely insane. As now Peanut diving on in. When Becomes Lightning, he's going to do a fair bit of work there, but Keria still able to create the distance to get himself out.
Guma can go match that, or Faker in this case.
Dear.
Peanut stayed.
Yeah, Peanut, he's still here. Gumayusi's at full health. They're still going to go for this dive. Threaded volley is fantastic. There's the seismic shove, and Peanut, he wasn't going to die to that one. They'll take the plate, and they'll take the kill.
And Viper gets a plate mid. No answer from Faker, who had to teleport to make the play happen in the first place to play these fights out. As whenever we peel up to here, I'm always like, is somebody hiding in the brush? We have all vision on.
Speaking of hiding, Charm is going to connect onto Peanut here, but the Weaver's Wall is going to come on down. Faker does get out of the way of the rocks, but he's just going to get taken out. The flash was already used, and he's just going to die. And now we're taxiing over to Gumayusi, who's also taking massive damage. Peanut locks that one down. It's a double as the bottom lane evaporates, and Oner is trying to get something back. Does take down the Varus, but the threaded volleys are chasing the Jax through. Still the empowered one not going to connect as Peanut flashing in. Okay, I'm not sure about that one, but the threaded volley will save him. Was almost a leap strike in power, and it was just doomed as okay, hook gonna connect onto Keria once again. Chains of Corruption, pretty powerful as well, as they're now just right in the back of this pit. Peanut gonna be taken down first though, as Zeka comes on in finally. Keria keeping himself alive for so long, but will finally go down. And it's a 2-for-1 again here for Hanwha Life Esports, but Faker closing in. Gumayusi still here as well. Charm going to land, and Faker pops like a balloon. Delight has been a god today, and that's not going to end in this game. He has the Titan's Wrath, and Zeus, nothing he can do 1v4.
Delight is just insane. The guy just knows how much he can do, how much he can take in terms of damage. He has no fear.
He was also pretty pivotal in that last fight, but I'm going to have to hold that thought as the Weaver's Wall comes in. Seismic shove, throws back Gumayusi, but no rocks on the ground, so we'll be right for now as Equalizer comes in. Lots of value, but the hook out from Delight, and he says no to any sort of re-engage. Speaking of re-engage, Shelly is still getting annoyed at Peanut, and is once again going to reset.
Guma avoiding that shove is massive. Didn't have the flash.
Oh, Charm going to connect, but it's Delight. He's still taken down to half health, as of course, he is not the Senna variety of the Nautilus.
Certainly not. I mean, this Rumble hasn't even gotten to Leandri's at 20 minutes. I mean, that tells the story of this game.
Ooh. Peanut hunting for Keria as now the flash forward from Delight. He's just going to press the R button onto Gumayusi, and the Weaver's Wall is going to get the flash out. The Equalizer comes down just to slow them down, but oh my god, the damage from these Qs out of Viper. Charm is just going to be avoided here by Doran, who's going to turn it around, gets the flash out from Keria, and Oner has to leap strike his way out. They are running for the hills, and Hanwha Life Esports do get control of this dragon.
And Hanwha have been so good at controlling their leads. Every time they get a lead, their vision control has been so oppressive.
Ooh, bit of an interruption, but Zeus is still going to be able to make it towards his bottom side. Shelly not going to get punished. Her gold is going to go to the Nether, or to the Void, I guess. And inner turret is secured on this bottom side. That gold lead ballooning for Hanwha Life, now over 3,000. And Hanwha are just moving into their jungle. Okay, there's a seismic shove onto this Rek'Sai. Does try to get on top of Viper, but he's just not low enough. No execution available. Immediate teleport from Doran gets him towards his top side so that there is no cross-map play to be had. And man, Hanwha Life Esports came to play today.
And you can just feel the desperation out of T1.
Another one as the Q connecting. Keria just going to get wiped out by Zeka on his Taliyah that's starting to become... Oh dear, Peanut finds Oner one more time. Wind Becomes Lightning will not find the mark as the Weaver's Wall left a little to be desired. Is Equalizer going to come down to protect the teleport? Still, Delight just straight up does not care about that one. Peanut also getting taken down relatively low, but that double knockup was too good! And now Faker is having to get out of there. It's not going to work out. Still, it's a fair bit of damage, but it is not enough. They are too strong. Still, into the backline goes Zeus. Zeka able to find a lot of damage onto the Rek'Sai, and he shouldn't be able to get out. Still, those couple of kills onto the bottom lane could be important to try and keep T1 in this. Still, it's going to be the ace, and it should still be the Baron for Hanwha Life. But now still with this minion wave bearing down on the top inner turret, it is likely they're just going to be able to take this one. Equalizer does come on through, doesn't do a lot of damage to these minions as they're baroned up. And the flash out from Keria as, all right, Doran, I'm not sure about this one, but still, he pops the World Ender. He's going to go down, but Keria should follow suit. Zeus gets back underneath his turret. Faker is just in the side lane trying to get them whatever bounty gold they can find. And it's working, because the Baron power play has gone down.
He's no joke.
They might also be able to find themselves a dragon.
Yeah, they might be able to. Now,
okay, there's an interruption on Zeus. They're buying time to secure the dragon. Which they are going to be able to do.
Yeah, at the cost of their inhibitor turret here, as Zeka is also pushing mid.
He does have 3 items. He's very tanky, but Hanwha Life Esports, they are looking to take down this inhibitor turret. And every auto from Viper is so scary. Still, Equalizer does come down. Chains of Corruption go wide. But still, how did T1 approach? There's rocks on the ground. There is so much poke available here as well. And there's a hook that's going to connect. The charm lands onto Viper. Zeus gets into the backline as well. And Viper is going to be taken out. Delight is extraordinarily low. They take down the Rumble. But T1, this is the best fight they've had so far. And Gumayusi is still untouched. Doran trying to get some work done, but he goes all the way into the sky. Oh my god. Never you mind. This Aatrox is too big. And he's just jumping all over the top of T1.
He missed a lot, but it doesn't matter. He's Lethality Aatrox, and he won't miss the autos.
Zerilda's now done as well, as now Hanwha Life Esports getting to work on this Baron. My god, it goes down so quickly. The wall is put in the way of T1, and there's nothing they can do about it. Hanwha Life now with another Baron, ready to push down on an exposed Nexus, remember. Faker loses a third of his health bar just to one arrow. And doesn't find the charm, as Delight will find the hook onto the Rek'Sai. Not exactly an optimal target. And now Peanut, he's going in. Equalizer goes down. Crescent Guard, my god, this damage is disgusting! And Hanwha Life will just get rid of the bottom lane immediately. The knockup comes in, the prepared seismic shove. And yeah, that Void Rush not going to be enough to save the Rek'Sai this time. And Hanwha Life, a 3-0 over T1 in round 2 of playoffs. T1 will now have to face off against D+ Kia in the lower bracket.
A very, very decisive and one-sided series here from Hanwha Life Esports.
Thank you very much. This is Steer for the post-match interview translation with Hanwha Life Esports after their clean 3-0 victory against T1. Congratulations! First off, Doran, how does it feel to advance to the upper bracket? We believe that it would be a hard game, hard match, but I feel like everything that we did in the preparation has paid off. You had an amazing performance with top Rek'Sai, and in Game 2 you played Jax. And with your opponent blind picking TF in both Games 1 and 2, it revealed how highly they rated him. So did you believe that it was a winnable matchup? I feel like what T1 tries to do, we did predict that they would try to go with the proactive pick top, and I think it definitely went as we expected. It's good to see that confidence. And Doran, you will be the first top laner going for a 4-peat LCK title. And in the upper bracket, you will face your former team, Gen.G. With the LCK finals on the line, what is your resolution? And so I was very happy with the 3-peat title, and now that we're here, now that I'm here, I definitely am very eager for that 4-peat title, and I will do my best. And next up will be Peanut. Peanut, you know, the predictions by the analysts was neck and neck. And you have advanced to the winner's bracket with after a 3-0 victory against T1. And did you expect it to be a quick victory? Yeah, we definitely didn't expect it to be 3-1. And I believe that the most intense game was Game 1, and since we were able to gain momentum from winning Game 1, we were able to close it out with a clean 3-0. And compared to round 1, Hanwha Life Orange Train has gotten even more solid. How did you prepare against T1? I think we really tried focusing on the basics and the fundamentals. And given that we had a lot of time to prepare, we tried to come up with the best comp that would work for our team. And Peanut, did you watch the interview yesterday with Leon? Yeah, I did. Yeah, and so he said he wanted to see you soon. Now that you will meet him in the upper bracket, is there anything you want to say to Leon? Since he said he missed me, I think that's why I was able to climb up this fast. You know, if he had done a lot better yesterday, I would be even more scared of him. But you know, it is what it is. What has happened has happened. And Zeka, congrats on the win. This is your first time advancing to the upper bracket. How do you feel? I feel like even if we won today, I felt like, it would be a silver scrapes kind of a match. But I'm really happy that we're able to get a 3-0 victory. And specifically in the LCK, you played your first best of 5 against Faker today. So how was it, and how did you prepare for it? I think when it comes to the playoffs, what matters the most is maintaining a good condition and getting prepared for a good draft. And I think everyone in our team was feeling great, and the draft actually went to our plan. So that's how we ended up getting a great victory today. And we saw Corgi versus Azir matchup in both games 1 and 2. And until today, Faker was on a 22-win streak with Corgi in this matchup. And Corgi has always been favored based on the head-to-head record. Yeah, I was very scared of the record that Faker holds with Corgi, but I think I wanted to overcome my fear and break that record. I knew that record has to come to an end. And if you defeat Gen.G in the upper bracket, this will be your first LCK finals. How will you prepare for the next match? When it comes to doing something for the first time, I'm pretty confident. So I hope that you can look forward to a great performance in the next match. Next up, we have Viper. Your performance was on point this entire series. How do you feel? I think everyone worked so hard and it definitely paid off. I'm very happy about the win. And apart from predictions, it looked like there were a lot of openings for bot in the draft. So what was your focus in picking your champion? With the newest patch, I believe that Zeri and Jinx was just something that was very viable, and I'm very confident with those champions. And in the upper bracket, you will face your former teammate, Lians. How would you declare war against Lians? I won't say much. I will win. Yeah, so that's enough said. And any word for all the fans out there who must be celebrating your victory with you? Although we have won today, we will not get complacent. We'll make sure that we are ready for the next match. And Delight, what a delightful performance. How does it feel to get POG in games 2 and 3 to become the main contributor for today's victory? I'm able to do a really good job today and secure a clean 3-0 victory, so I'm really happy about that. And so with Keria's big champion pool, you must have spent a lot of time preparing for the draft. Yeah, I think everything went as we practiced, so I think that's why we were able to have such a smooth match today. And you had an amazing performance with Nautilus in all 3 games, to the point where the analyst desk was saying, how dare they leave Nautilus open against Delight? I think instead of trying to utilize Nautilus as a key pick against T1, I believe that we were able to utilize this as a pick that just goes really well all around with our team composition. So Viper, was Delight's Nautilus reliable? Yeah, the laning phase could have been really hard, but Delight did such a good job with him. And I believe that we would win all team fights with Delight on our side. Now, you have only 1 match remaining until the finals. You'll be facing your former teammates at Gen.G. What's your predictions? I believe it won't be an easy match. We lost against them in both round 1 and 2, but we'll make sure that we're prepared and make sure that we win. And Peanut, as the team captain, what would you like to say to Gen.G?
가 있어도 될까?
좋습니다.
Would it be alright if we made it before you guys?
오늘 승리 다시 한번 축하드리고요. 이제 만나러
Congratulations
젠지.
again.
이 기세를 이어서 승자조 경기에서도 좋은 모습 보여주시기를 기대하겠습니다. 인터뷰 고맙습니다.
And we hope for a successful round in the remaining playoffs. That's the end of the interview from Hana Life esports players, and back to the space.